Today we're going to give an overview of the model ID510 filler controller. This unit can be used, configured for netway, grossway, auger filler, various different configurations, tote bag filler. This particular unit is set up for a single head netway filler with gravity feed, 2-speed gravity, belt feeder, or an auger feeder. The outputs can be set up so that it'll run 2 solenoid valves, or this unit comes with the optional analog output, dual analog output. So you can get the unit with no analog, 1 analog, or 2 analog. So here we have the dual 4 to 20 milliamp output, so we can run actually 2 different feeders with that unit. It's very versatile for setup. We have 8 inputs. These are 12 volt DC. We have 12 outputs. In this unit, they're relay outputs that we're switching 24 volts through. And this particular unit is a 24 volt DC supply. It's also available with 110 supply. Inputs, outputs. Very good connectors, easy to set up. Load cell connection down here. Communication cable here. On the front here, we've labeled these to make it easier for the operator. So there's this is typically used for the exit. So wherever you are on the screen, press F1, you can get back to the main screen. Here's our 0 button up here, so we can 0 the display. This is to get into the menu settings here. We have no password, so enter, and this gets us into all the various configurations set up. The unit is very versatile. You can select, you can program all the inputs and outputs for whatever functionality you want, and there's lots of various different functions. This unit is the clear. This is the enter. Down here again, this is often used. This is used for settings and for exit. So if we're on the main screen, you press that. If there's no password, enter, and you can change the current scale settings, including the target weight, the cutoff weight, the fast fill, the analog output. Okay, let's just go back. I missed the first one there, which was a bag clamp timer for netway filler, so the bag clamp release timer. So you can set up, the operator can, once the recipe is selected, the formula is selected, then they can change those settings. Now, one thing we really like about this unit is that the operator can select the formula or the recipe. In this case, formula 1, it's set up for 25.1. Now the operator can go in and change these settings, but if you go back and reopen or reload that formula, it goes back to the original settings that are stored under a different key here by the supervisor. So the operator can change the settings, but it does not override the supervisor settings. Now, if you want to permanently make changes, then you just have to go F2 and F4 and go into this menu and make the changes. So that's a very nice feature. F2, this is where you can select your formula. So originally this unit had 8 formulas or recipes. Now it's been bumped up to 20. So in this case, if we just push 2, yes, formula 2, exit to the main screen. Now we see we're in formula 2 or recipe 2. This one hasn't been set up. We go F3. Okay, so this shows us our bag count, how many dumps we have. That's also shown here. So F3 and totalizer. This we don't usually use because it only totalizes the weight on a check cycle. If we want to clear the bag count, clear and enter. The prompting is very good on this unit. In all the different screens, even the calibration, it very clearly shows you what you need to do. So exit out of there. F3. F4 is pounds, kilos. Okay, so we can just switch easily between pounds and kilos. Okay, and I'll just go back here. Let's go 1 and enter, and we'll just run a quick cycle here. Okay, so here we go on this one. So this is the netway filler again, so we would push the start button. Okay, so now we see it's in fast fill mode. Also, the outputs can be set so that for a 2-position gravity gate, both fast and slow go on at the same time, or for a belt feeder or an auger, it can be set for fast, then slow. That's configurable in the setup. Okay, so we go fast, then we'll bring our weight up. We see the display is very fast, and there's adjustable filtering, so the unit is very fast and accurate for in motion weighing. Okay, so we'll keep coming up. Okay, it drops down to fine fill or slow fill. Okay, and then when we come up, okay, so now it has one of the many outputs is weight complete or dump ready. Okay, and so it says ready, and then if we give it the dump signal, then it will dump the hopper. Okay, emptying, and this one is set up for a 0 band, so the hopper will keep dumping until it gets down close to 0. Then it will close. One of the other nice features that we have here is clean out. So what this does for when you have an analog output is if you push this, it will give 20 milliamps on the output. And in the case of this machine, it'll open the feed gate 100% to clear out any jammed product or any chunks of product that are in there. And then when we're finished our run, we just hit stop, and that shuts the unit off. We have a hold where you can prevent the hopper from dumping if it's an automatic system. This one we have set up so that you can just manually dump the hopper here. So that is the ID510, great little controller, a nice sealed unit here, a nice extruded aluminum body, good quality connectors on the back, and lots of versatility for all types of filling applications.